Hey, what's up everybody in Interland? David Adams here with Budget Audiophile. Sorry for the super delay in videos. YouTube just doesn't get a lot of love from me. I don't post here a lot. If you guys really want to follow us and stay up to the minute on pictures and media, check out our Facebook page, facebook.com. I'll put it down here somewhere or somewhere around this window. Facebook.com/budget audiophile, the budget audiophile actually. And yeah, we post a lot of stuff there, but just I'm really lazy. That's really what it boils down to, is that I'm really lazy and I don't feel like because you gotta edit and make the content nice and presentable and shoot in 4K, and I just don't have time for that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once again, David Adams with the Budget Audiophile. I have done a few updates to my theater, some new subwoofer builds, and we've just got new SPL numbers that I want to show you guys. We are finally getting really close to the 130 mark. You guys know I've been talking about 130 decibel for a long time, and we are finally getting there with the aid of our new builds. I just need more. I think I might need to get into the more amplification range. So I won't go over the entire theater because you guys have seen this theater before. Like I said in the previous video and the video before that, not much is going to change. The theater is pretty much in its final form. So everything else is going to be little touches, amplification, maybe an additional subwoofer, but the speakers are where the speakers are going to be. The screen is the screen I'm going to use. The projector is the projector I'm going to use. The amplification source, for the most part, is going to be the amplification source, the AVR, etc., etc. So as I make little nuance changes, you guys will be privy to that. But for now, let's just check out the theater and see what we've got going on, because I think you guys are going to really like the new builds. All right, so jumping behind the camera, looking at the front stage, you guys already can see what's going on. We've taken that sub that used to be in that corner, and we got a bit of a dB drop from that. This sub in that corner over there used to be around 113, 114 dB. Moving it over here, we're down to about 108 from it. So yes, it's a bass suck, but only really for the main seat. If you're sitting in what I call the passenger seats, because I'm a car guy, if you're sitting in the passenger seats, the sub it hits you right in the face. You really are gonna love the way this all spreads out. But right now you can see we've got 518s up front. I've finally gotten into the big boy numbers. We have 518s up front. These are the reason why we have 518s now. These are both SCAR SDR 18D2s. They're dual voice coil. I've got them bridged up and then bridged back down. So both these combined are pulling a 2 ohm load, which means they're getting 1600 watts. These guys by themselves are getting over 120 decibel, as you'll see in some of the B-roll footage that I roll in here. These are my Dayton classics. You've seen these before. These guys are no stranger to the Budget Audiophile. You guys have seen them, like I said. They're getting over 120 decibel as well. This system just absolutely, positively kicks a lot of butt. I'm going to be rolling in B-roll footage, as you guys will see now. And the sub here is my sound cube, HDC 318. Told you this is going to be a quick video. I'm not going to go into much detail because, once again, you guys have seen all this before. These 518s absolutely rock the theater on their own, but we are not done, because the Budget Audiophile is never done. I actually have 6 15s behind us right now, and we're going to jump into that after I talk about the front stage. These are still my TP2400s from MTX, modified, of course. New electronics are finally in them, new crossovers. I have to change these top woofers to go with mid-range woofers so that they can climb up a bit higher. I've got the crossovers all set. These just don't want to climb quite high enough. So it's nice full-range speakers. I've got them crossed at 80 anyway, so that doesn't matter. Same screen, home gear, 125-inch or whatever I want to call it in inches these days. It's the same screen as before, being fired upon from our Epson 2150. The same Atmos speakers that you guys have seen before are still there. These are the Kicker KB6000s. I forgot to turn that light on. Let me do that now. Whoop, there we go. Now we have some light. Now you can see all of the subs. Isn't life better when you have light? Anyway, so I've got that pile amplifier driving the Atmos speakers, and I've got my AVR being, right now is kind of feeding from the what's that thing called? A laptop. That's what that's called. We have the same Sony Blu-ray player that we had before. The NX4 6000 has not changed. It is driving the majority of these subs. The only difference is the RSS 390 HFs back there, which we'll get into in a bit, are powered by their own amplifier. So yeah, that's about it. Let's move to the back. On our way back, you can see we've got the same DIY towers, dual 10s, a 6.5-inch mid-range, and a compression horn tweeter. They look good. They sound really good. The same DIY towers that I've had before are back here. Pardon the mess. I've got a lot of construction going on back here as I'm trying to build new things. Same compression tweeter with the dual 7-inch mid-ranges, or mid-woofers rather, because these guys actually do move. And then I've got the 8-inch sub driver in the firing out the side. This was a really fun build. I wish I would have thought to video this build, but hey, you know, whatever. Kind of new. Not sure if I showed you guys these in the last theater walkthrough, but these are 3 SCAR SDR15s, bridged down to, you guessed it, 2 ohms. That required some bridge up, bridge down work, but we got it working. These guys are loud in and of themselves, are pulling about 122 decibel. They're not the most sensitive drivers, but just like the SCAR 18s, they dig really deep, and I really love them. They can handle a ton of power, and they never reach X max. It's fantastic. Back here, we have 3 RSS 390 HFs. I told you this is going to be a short video, guys. 3 RSS 390 HFs. These guys absolutely kick a whole lot of butt. As you'll see in the B-roll footage, these guys can pull 126 decibel. That's right, 3 15s, 126 decibel. These things are super sensitive. They don't dig the deepest, but they do get loud, and they are an essential part of my theater. I think even if I switched everything else out to 18s, I would keep RSS 390 HFs. They're actually on sale now, so if you guys wanted to get them, check out Parts Express and grab yourself a few of these. You'll be super, super happy with those. That's really the majority of my theater. I told you I really don't want to make it that long. I just stepped on a dog toy because I have corgis. That's really the majority of what's going on here, guys. Not much has changed. These 2 guys right here are the bread and butter. These are really what just brings it all home. It's dual 8.6 cubic foot enclosures. All of my subs, by the way, are sealed. None of that's changed. I haven't built any ported enclosures. These guys are just absolute dolls in this theater, and sometimes, especially like when I'm doing my late night viewing, I'll turn every other subwoofer off and I'll just have these going. I sometimes alternate between having just these guys on and just the 390 HFs on. The 390 HFs just, oh my god, they are so loud and they get so deep, but these guys they go all the way down to the single digit frequencies, and they just love to be there. So that's really the fun part of that. Anyway, guys, that's really it. I don't really care about the whole 10 or 20 minute view times for these things. I want to keep my videos really, concise and to the point. I want to have them be, completely ingestible videos that people could sit down, do a quick glance at, ask questions if they have questions. And if you have questions, please ask them below, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/thebudgetaudiophile, and really check, ask the questions there, check out our builds, check out all of the things that we've got going on in the world of home theater and listening. Maybe one day I'll do a tour of my listening area. It's really bad right now, but I'm working on getting the acoustics of that built up. But yeah, that's it. Not much to it. Not much has changed. The first couple of videos were the long ones. Those were like 20-minute, walkthroughs. But there really just isn't that much that's changed from that video to this video. So really, for the people who have watched, new subs, for people who are new, we've got, if you have questions about the towers that I've built, if you have questions about the MTXs that have the refined electronics, or the upgraded tweeter, and soon to be upgraded midwoofers, ask questions, and I'll, hopefully I'll get around to making a video about it. Most of our videos, once again, go onto the Facebook page. YouTube just doesn't get a lot of love from us because I don't really care about YouTube. But yeah, if you have questions about the rear towers, if you have questions about the rebuilds that we've done, our Atmos speakers are not in factory. Those don't have upgraded electronics, but we did change out the compression tweeters to kind of match what we've got going on throughout the rest of the build, just for that timbre matching. If you have questions about, you know, the amplification sources or anything, just let us know. This is a really loud theater. I'm gonna roll in some B-roll of us hitting 129 decibel and then 129.6 decibel. Not quite at the 130 yet, but I don't think it's because of a lack of drivers. I think it's because of a lack of amplification. I think if I add another one of these NX 6000s, we'll hit 130, no problem. Keep in mind, this is also a really big room. This is 1,200 square feet. And if you factor in the cubic dimension, this is 10,000 cubic feet of theater to pressurize. So the fact that we're able to pressurize 10,000 cubic feet to 129 decibel just speaks volumes, and that is a really bad pun. I am so sorry. Anyway, if you guys want to see a video of us hitting 129, I'll probably post that here somewhere, or I already have it on the Facebook page. Maybe I'll throw it on here as well. Just check that out. Keep in mind, once again, if all of this stuff was in a smaller room, like, I mean, even cutting 1,200 square feet in half and going down to like a 600 square foot room, I would be well over 130. 130 would be no problem, but just the size of the room just really works against me there. But we'll get there one day. Maybe we'll do like a celebration video when I finally hit 130 at 0 dB on the AVR. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I have to say. Hopefully I can keep this video under 10 minutes because I want all of you to watch it, all of you to enjoy it, all of you to share it. Share us with your friends that are also, you know, bass heads and home theater junkies as well. Maybe we'll do like a collab video one day. We'll get like fortunate enough to do like a collab with Youth Man or something, and we can talk shop with all of our crazy bassness, and we can get his point of view on what we're doing here on the Budget Audiophile. You know, saving you guys money. That's really what we're all about here. We're all about getting the big theater experience with the best sound any home theater's ever seen, but doing it while saving nickels and dimes every step of the way. And a lot of ways to do that is to build it yourself. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once again, David Adams with Budget Audiophile. Hopefully this is the actual end of it and I don't say anyway again. This many.